we are doing right now, we're going to do a really quick SmackDown recap with the last SmackDown of the year. So the next one is going to be, of course, in the new year in January. It was a big SmackDown, multiple champion matches that were going down. The match started SmackDown started with a triple threat match. They had the new champions Asuka and Charlotte Flair going against Bayley and Carmella and Sasha and the EST of WWE, the one and only Bianca Belair. Great match. All 6 of these women are great in the I'm actually liking Carmella more. She is showing a lot more versatility. She seems to be filling out on her pick. You already know about Sasha and Bayley, how well they'll always do. Belair, she's very good at the big spot, the showing of strength, but I do think that other than the big spot that she can do, there does seem to be a bit of work needed in her continuity in between moves and everything like that. I liked the spot between her and because they're athletic, strong on what they can do. I'm very much looking forward to a Ash one-on-one. I think that's going to be a very good and a very match between those two. It finally does go down and finally does hit. It was a elimination match, so the first one to get pinned with Bayley with Carmella, taken out early just because of the way they did the match. And then it was a match between two teams. The ending had Becky and Carmella never left. They actually interfered with the match, out Sasha, which left Bianca alone to Charlotte. Actually, I will say before that, one of the best spots, very creative spots, was Bianca Belair, and then literally her strength of the tug of war pulling Sasha while she was in a figure 4, pulling her closer to the corner so that she could tag her, and then hitting Charlotte back flip splash. I like that whole spot on how it was done, and very creative move between all of them. Even though Bianca and who's very good, I'm guessing that they are continuing the little feud with Bianca and Bayley. I expect the next SmackDown. I'm wondering if they're just gonna do a tag with, Sasha versus Bailey and Carmella and stuff, because both everybody's in a feud there. Charlotte and Asuka did win the tag team because is the champion. And when was the last time Asuka's singles match? When was the last time Asuka's championship feud? I believe what they're going to do is very soon they will them drop the titles, and when they drop them, to be Charlotte stabbing Asuka in the back, which will set up between Asuka and Charlotte for the. I was by the fact that they didn't include the Riot Squad, which is the only actual real tag team amongst them in the match. My prediction is that the Riot Squad will set up the next tag team champions. They will probably to defeat Asuka and Charlotte. So either Charlotte's going to do the whole, and you do the tag, and then right before they tag, she drops and leaves to Asuka. They lose. When they lose, Charlotte's going to flip out and attack Asuka. But either way, I'd say within the next 2 weeks, they are going to drop that to the Riot Squad. Was watching backstage. You have the tag team championship. You need to have some real tag teams going for it. So overall, very good match. Everyone looked good in that. Charlotte and Asuka are still the tag teams. Then the Universal Championship, which put Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in a steel cage match, pushing. Okay, this should keep Jay, keep Uso out of interfering. Big spots, great matches. Like I love the big man who can go off the top. Roman Reigns' moveset is perfect on his power, his strength. I think he's really good. Came into his own on how he's going to put together matches. I was wondering how Jay was going to be getting involved. What move he was going to do. Handcuffing to the steel cage, just watching Roman Reigns slowly walk out of the cage nonchalantly because Kevin Owens couldn't reach it. Great match. Like, they're really pushing the whole, Reigns wins because of the help from Uso. So it's not really making Kevin Owens lose, but it's still keeping Reigns at the title. So we got the Royal Rumble, which I think they're still going to have Kevin Owens' Roman Reigns. Because I think still going to be the champion up until WrestleMania. So we will. I'm honestly just interested in how Kevin Owens is going to react, and what's the match going to be that he demands to try to keep Uso out of it? Because that's, I figured that they were going to do the steel cage match at the next pay-per-view, or Hell in a Cell or something, but like Owens has any real friends. Then I guess, because even though him and Daniel Bryan aren't friends, Daniel does have a little bit of a Uso. Speaking of that, they did have Daniel Bryan going against Uso. I would say this is one of the first matches that I really liked, wearing work of Uso as a heel. I think his moveset, his actions did show some heel actions more believable. It's becoming less and less him doing it against his will, and he's fully bought in to the situation. I that they were going Daniel Bryan win, but I'll be honest, I didn't like it because I felt Jay needed to win more. Like, we'll be honest, like he doesn't win, and he hasn't in a while, and that kind of hurts for me. They gave Daniel Bryan, both of them looked really good. Jay did get hurt, and afterwards, Bryan was the first to announce himself as entering the Royal Rumble. He's talked about, that's the one major thing he hasn't won, and he's looking to win. I don't think he's going to win it, but I am glad that he's announced for it. So what that tells you is the next coming weeks, Raw, SmackDown, everybody, everyone's going to come in and prepare themselves, do the whole Royal Rumble, that each person, depending on matches and how that's going to go. I think Goldberg should be coming in soon. Heard that match is going on. Looking forward to it. Never been a fan of Goldberg since WCW. To me, he's like the Ultimate Warrior, as his whole thing had been created and pushed by the Federation, and there's nothing organic. It's really, he fabricated at this match. Okay, so what else? They also have Intercontinental title. Sammy Zayn is Biggie in a lumberjack match, because Sammy Zayn's been winning countouts. Even if he loses by a countout, the things can't change hands. So of course the lumberjack match put it through. But they did have, the bad guys beating up on Biggie. They'd push Sammy and Zayn, but they weren't really attacking him at all, even when he attacked them. I did like how they carried him back into the ring and threw him in. Big E hit him with, a bunch of, won the match, and that was the only that did change hands. Big E won the Intercontinental Championship. Basically, the whole split day was to set him up as a fighter to give him this push, and this is the culmination of it right now. They had changed his ring gear, changed his music to not associate with the New Day. Um, Even though they did that, I was upset. The New Day, being like down and all of that stuff. It would have been cool for the New Day to have surprised, ran out and been able to celebrate with him as a, lift him up and thing as a last time of them being together. But you do Big E as a full solo star rather than, the New Day. So why they did not do that. So this was a very good, even if you don't like how any, all of the matches, it was all of the matches were well fought. Everything was, the storylines were all there. Very good. Really let me get excited for the top of the year. Next week is when they're doing like the big Raw celebration. They're bringing a bunch of superstars. We'll probably have some surprise guests that we're not aware of, and all of that. So I think we, especially for 220 and all the trouble, the home, the thing, I between Raw and SmackDown, ended the year really, really strong. So very hype on that. Okay, so one night that I do, that's SmackDown. For one to talk to, we have to give rest in peace to, in WWE, part of the Wyatt family. He was in AEW, I believe, at the time. Supposedly, according to his wife, did have some lung issues, and he did succumb to them, I believe, on Boxing Day, and with the way, so that is sad news. And everybody's, a prayer out to his family and his friend. It's always a sad loss when somebody that you've watched and fought, cheered and booed along for years, pass to the way. So that is bad news for the whole community. All right, so in the new year, we will be doing these more regularly. I am going to be a proper scheduled wrestling show format. I might be coming in soon with a co-host, to get other points of view. So I will be putting it out there probably shortly, once I decide doing that too. I might be putting it out there to some of my friends that I know watch, that I am looking for a co-host or a host to do this with. If you are interested, get at me. We can definitely work thing. You can follow me on Twitter at KingShh Follow me at Instagram at Mumbles905, and make sure you follow that DatKingShh on YouTube. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, share this video. Of Mr. Mumbles in the building, 905. Thank you, and we're out for right now.